Hello everyone, my name is Wayne.
And I'm Rebecca.
And we are your Bourbon Journey. Cellar Aged. How in the world did we get it?
It's pretty fun.
Here's how it went down. we took our Christmas trip, which we've talked about previously, to Bardstown. Friday morning we got up and we had decided to go ahead and head on over to Maker's Mark. It was pouring down rain the entire time.
Pouring.
The trip was horrible getting there. We finally got there. We got rain dumped on us, but we finally decided to go ahead and venture out onto the property while it was raining. And it was still gorgeous because they had Christmas decorations up. It was just beautiful. So we decided to walk to the gift shop. We got to the gift shop, walked inside, and the very first thing I noticed on a shelf was this bottle. And we walked up front and asked the guide about whether or not we were able to purchase this bottle. And he said, well, if it's out on the shelf, you can get it.
If you can find it, you can buy it.
Yeah. And we had actually initially gone there because I went ahead and I dipped a bottle, which Rebecca recorded me doing. So we went ahead, picked it up, purchased it. And we ended up counting, and I believe there was 5 or 6 bottles in the room that were in different areas.
Just planted around like Easter eggs.
Yes,
It's kind of funny.
I'm guessing they intentionally did this, which makes me next year want to go back and to go there. And if they have another special release, we're going to go straight to the gift shop. So here we are to finally try for the first time Cellar Aged.
Yeah, so we'll talk a little bit about this bottle because we're a little late in reviewing it. Everybody else that has a YouTube channel reviewed it months ago, and as we said, we just did not have that opportunity. It was never available locally to buy, and we were in Bardstown several times and at Maker's Mark and didn't get to buy it. And this just happened to happen December 27th. So we're finally catching up. So if you haven't heard about Cellar Aged 24, let's tell you a little bit about it. Aging whiskey was not a thing for Maker's Mark. They just never really wanted to do it. They didn't believe in it. Their founders hadn't done it. And they really thought that's what made Maker's Mark Maker's Mark. They weren't looking for these big age statements. But they hired someone that was in charge of innovation, and she really pushed the needle that she wanted to do that. So they tried to look at how they would put in their, what they call their cellar, which if you've been to Maker's Mark, it's not what you would think of as a cellar. It's actually carved out of the side of the hill, and so it's surrounded by rock, which keeps the temperature very cool. And if you go there in the summertime, you are quite chilly when you walk in there. And so they decided to really age the barrels in this very cold environment so you wouldn't get that massive amount of, going into the wood in the summer when it's so hot and coming back out, which leads to an oakier profile. So this particular one is their second release of it. They released their first one in 2023, and the 2024 one is made 15% from whiskey that was aged 12 years and 85% from whiskey aged 13 years. And this is the oldest expression Maker's Mark has ever released. And the proof on it is 119.3. So I am super excited that we have held off doing this until we could do it with you. So let's go ahead and check it out. I mean, you can tell this is some old whiskey. This is a beautiful dark color.
It is.
Very mahogany-ish. Mahogany-ish, that's a new word.
Very dark.
Yeah, and it's trying to form some legs. I'm thinking we're going to have some good viscosity on this. Let's check out the nose. Oh, wow. There's a lot going on.
There's a lot. There's cherry.
I'm getting some oak even on the nose. It's very sweet and oaky.
There's the baking spices.
And
there's a sweetness.
There's almost a chocolate note to it. I swear every Maker's Mark I've had recently has had some kind of chocolate note on it.
A chocolate/coffee.
Wow, it's just luscious on the nose. My nose is saying, let me in, right? And when you have a great nose on a bourbon, it just makes you want to drink it.
You could have a cold and it still make you want to drink it, but you get more of an experience with a clear nose. So
to our first taste of Cellar Aged 2024.
Cheers.
Oh.
Chocolate. Coffee.
A little bit of that cherry coming through.
Little wood note.
Mm-hmm. Wow. It's just dancing. I'm going to have another sip right away. It is luscious on your tongue too. I mean, it's got a really nice mouthfeel.
A lot of baking spices.
Mm-hmm. Toward the back of your palate, you start picking that up a little bit. Some cinnamon, maybe even some nutmeg.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. I'm loving those chocolate notes. It's almost like a chocolate custard because it's so creamy.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
You can tell it's an older bourbon. It's so old, even the old granddad clock back there is saying that it's old. It's up there.
Shall we taste it for its finish?
Yes.
I'm still digging the nose.
Mm-hmm.
While that finish is happening, I've got almost a creme brulee in my mouth. It seems like it just keeps changing. It's like it's got some caramel notes right now. It's like a chocolate caramel. It's just crazy amazing. Custardish.
Very slight cinnamon, barrel.
It's just building. I'm finding the finish is building. It started out and it just keeps happening.
I'm getting coffee in the back.
And the barrel notes are just so lovely.
This is really outstanding. A lot of the times when you start getting the barrel, it can teeter between you're sucking on wood or you're getting the pleasantry that the wood gave the liquid. And this is the pleasantry of the mix. It's really good.
I'm getting some very light pipe tobacco notes too, and it's coming from that barrel. And I lean towards the pipe tobacco because it seems pipe tobacco honestly typically has some really sweet notes to it, and that's what I'm feeling on the tobacco notes. It's just really good. I mean, I know that's not very descriptive, but dang, it's really good. I am really glad we found this bottle.
Pipe tobacco.
You agree?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's worth the money. How much it was do you remember?
I did not write that down for some reason. I think it was $179.
A $179
or $189. It was under $200.
Okay. That's worth it.
I will check. I will check my notes and put it in there, what it was at the distillery. But for a 12 and 13-year-old?
That's about the rate, you would think. It's very good.
I'm loving it. And it's still happening. I mean, it's like, I haven't taken another sip and I still am tasting and feeling it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just really good.
This is really good though. This is the type of bourbon that you drink with friends and you sit around and you chat and you talk and you analyze what you're drinking and you talk about what each one of you is picking up. It's a conversation bourbon.
Mm-hmm. And you just sip on it lightly and have these conversations and talk about life. Because you don't want to down it or drink it too fast. I mean, this is something you want to have a decent 2-ounce pour of and just sit there and just sit on it for a couple hours with friends and talk and enjoy it. I'd love to know if you have had a chance to try this or if you have a bottle, if you think it's better than 2023. Several of the reviews that we watched over the last several months, most people felt that the 2024 was a little bit stronger. I mean, stronger, like better hitter overall. It is a little bit older. I did say this was the oldest age statement they'd had. So I'd be curious to see what you think if you've had it. So put that in the comments and start a conversation.
Yep. Thank you for your time. Hope you enjoyed it. Maker's Mark, love your place. Look forward to being back out there again. The campus is beautiful. Want to eat lunch out there sometime. Thanks a lot. Cheers. Have a great day. And always remember, drink responsibly.
Absolutely. Cheers.